situation, the changing that we feel is going on, the energetic space that we're all in. So we try very hard to share with everyone what we feel. We have been, I would say, blessed to understand and know, and helping people um, cope with the kind of challenges that we're coming on a daily basis. So, today's session, really, I want to focus on what I feel is the next stage of our paradigm change. So, if you recall, when we started this in March, our online conversations, um, we made a statement that we are. This isn't just a pandemic or panicdemic or scandemic or whatever, all the different names that were given. But this is now the starting point of a paradigm change. And a paradigm change means things will never be the way they were. They'll never be the way they were. And for good reason. And for good reason. So we are now moving into the next phase of our paradigm change. And so far, we have experienced isolation, we've experienced this distance from one another, we've experienced the muzzling of individuals, we've experienced a whole range of really quite, I would say, questionable policies and so-called science. However, now we are in a state where not are we just able to see that there are some very serious questions to what's been going on in the recent past, but now what is emerging as a result of those actions. So the first thing that I think I want to share with individuals is the economic reset and collapse that is upon us. Not in terms of a question of making you fearful or making you concerned, but just putting things out there. If we know, if we know what the changes are, we can adapt ourselves to those changes. So the next wave, as we forecasted back in April, that this process has both an internal impact but an external impact as well. And the external impact is now starting to manifest. And this is now the consequences of individuals being so hyped up, so anxious that they are afraid to leave their homes. They're afraid to go back to work. At the same time, the significant shift in hospitality, leisure industry, travel industry, and the impact of what's going on in China, USA, trade war, cyber war, information wars that are going on right now has impact on us just in time. So, what is now the process that we can adapt and adopt? The first thing is, this is now the moment for creative initiatives, creative businesses. They will flourish. We are on one side, we are moving into this high tech, a totally new science age where we have new physics, we have new understanding of science, and technology kind of moves us to that. So that's on one side. Now, most of this technological change, at the moment, some of it is with consent, some of it is not with consent. So there's that bit going on in terms of how humanity is evolving. But then there is this internal space as well, which I'll touch on later on. But then the consequence of, as technology begins to replace what was regular work, going to the offices, now we can do it through remote meetings, where we were socializing in clubs or bars. Well, that has kind of shifted. Cafes have shifted. So there are now consequences of that. Now, in addition to that, it is therefore this economic collapse that is the amalgamated effect of some of these stupid policies, in my opinion. But anyway, time will tell. What this is about to move us into is another phase of fear and panic. And I am sure that there will be another panic space that will be created over the next few weeks or months, simply to maintain this momentum of lowering the human vibration. This is where it's all about. The battle is about your frequency and vibration. Joy, hope, optimism, trust, compassion, care, all of those things raise your vibrations. Fear, panic, anxiety knocks it down. The longer you are in the lower vibration, the longer you're going to endure it. To the point, I would even go as far as saying those individuals who are unable to remove themselves consciously out of this space may have the consequences of that inner space, that fear, anxiety, etc., as post traumatic stress disorder symptoms, and much, much worse as we go along. So it's really critical to recognize that, you know what, yes, there is a change going on. Yes, I am part of this change. But you know what? I am also recognizing that in this space of despair, which is what it is likely to become for many, remember that you are looked after. Remember that you are taken care of. Remember that existence is responsible for you. You are not responsible. Existence is responsible. Do not hand your power, do not hand your consent without knowing to those who have no interest in you. Make sure if you develop a level of consent, it is to existence itself. And through our meditation, we touch that source of existence. And again, we will do the same kind of thing today. We will move back, because unless you put your hand in the fire, you don't know whether it's hot or not. Unless you touch that space within yourself, at least once in a while, you do not realize that you are so consumed, or we are all so consumed with the thoughts of our mind, with our thoughts. We get so engaged and entangled with our stories that those stories that have the effect, physiological effects, as I've explained many times before, but also it lowers this vibration, this electromagnetic field that we have. So it's important for us to recognize that we have a choice. The second thing, so we always began with healing, health, and sovereignty. Well, my friends, the time is here for your sovereignty. Time to say no. Time to say no. No to a number of things. No to vaccinations that are untested. No to questionable policies. No to that which impairs your health, your well-being, and your sense of security and safety. Saying no to those things that induce fear. Saying no. We have to learn now to stand our truth. Together, everyone, we are strong. To break one stick is easy, but you put half a dozen together, it becomes difficult. And as long as humanity is divided through color, through politics, through masks, wearing them or not wearing them, the more you are divided, the sooner you will be consumed in the darkness. And what do I mean by darkness? A life of fear, a life where you're not living, where your fear is the dominant characteristic, where your life is all about trying to make yourself live a bit longer, where your life is gated because you are motivated by fear, that you are actually not living a life, you are living fear. So that has consequences, health, etc., as we will begin to see soon enough. And we are starting to see people who are suffering from anxiety. Now, what about parents who want to send their children to school or not? Now they have their anxiety. Individuals who've got their results recently, they've got anxiety. So we've got anxiety at so many different levels that is increasing, right from the kids that are at home all the way to the grandparents and the elderly who are struggling to walk in the heat outside. Yesterday was 34 degrees, and you could see some elderly people with masks on struggling to walk, struggling to walk. And when you know the science behind this, when you realize, when you can see the science for what it is, not just simply following orders, you can see the distress, the unnecessary distress that is being caused to people. But this is the agenda. So important now to stand for sovereignty. Important to say no. It's okay. If you trust existence, then you have to be able to trust yourself. And it is through your trust you are able to trust existence. Because you always know what's right. You may not listen to it, but you always know. So we can very easily get drawn into this stage of the next intensity of panic, next intensity of fear. If you know it's coming, meditation, absolutely critical. Nothing else is going to help at this stage. Meditation, build your immunity, build your immunity. The winter ain't going to be that easy. You know, winter, with all that has been happening this year, you can just see that the winter months, when your immunity is down anyway, begins to have a huge impact, and the lack of sunlight, and then everything else that will be going on as well, to do with not just the last attempts to hold on to New World Order, to hold on to this idea of total control, to hold on to this idea that vaccinations are the way forward, and not allowing individuals to even recognize that it is their own immunity that can help them and has helped them all their life today and always will. Work on your immunity, first line of defense. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary. Second thing is always follow the money. If someone is pushing something in your face, hey, have this, follow the money. Who will benefit? And you will see it for yourself. So, time to exercise sovereignty, time to say no, time to recognize that the next stage of this movement has many waves to it. One of the waves which we spoke about maybe in June is this wave of exposure, this wave of information that will come, that is starting to leak through, but it will come out in such a huge torrential tidal wave that we will find it, many people will find it very hard to believe what's actually been going on. Now, of course, it's very easy to say, well, here we have another conspiracy nut, but it's okay. Time always tells what's going on. And we have, as through these conversations we've been sharing with individuals, we as a group, through my family at the Flame and everyone else around me, Gurmat Therapy and everyone else, we collectively have enough understanding as a collective consciousness to be able to recognize what are the stages that are going on. And there are many people at very different levels of what I would call their own enlightenment processes. So through this, much information can be gathered. Much understanding has been gathered. And so this understanding we wish to bring to everyone else as best as we can. It's not fear, it's about trust, it's about sovereignty, it's about taking control of yourself, taking control of your thinking, taking control of where you want to be and how you want to feel. It's taking control of some of those things. And only you can be in control of yourself. Otherwise, if we hand our consent to others, they take advantage. Okay. So what can we expect? We can expect exposures. We can expect unemployment rising very, very quickly. And as a consequence of that, we can expect people losing their um, their ability to think that they can provide. It's okay. The government has enough debt, and they have much more debt to ensure that everyone has enough to eat. If there was enough force amongst the people themselves. So remember, together you are strong. Together you are one. Together you can make the changes that need to be made. So, unemployment, economic changes of significant proportion, technological leaps, absolute leaps in technology, changes in, and of course, more exertion on your freedom, more control. Also, as a result of the changes, don't be surprised that people become um, vocal. They become they begin to protest. They begin to create noise and get together and say, "Hold on a second, something isn't right here." Let's not be surprised that may not be the consequence of where we are. So, significant change coming over the next 3 months: September, October, November. The change in energy kind of starts between last few days, and as we go towards the 14th, 15th, it really does start to become quite apparent things are going on. Weather events that are going to become quite significant. We in Britain have certainly witnessed some extremely hot days, and unprecedented in terms of the length of the number of days that you had consistent temperature of 34. Then you've had these incredible floods in India, incredible floods in other parts of the world. And not saying that these are uncommon, but it is the magnitude of them. It is the intensity. Life is about to go to the next stage of change. So make yourself strong. Make sure you're well prepared to endure what's going on, and to recognize that, look, existence is responsible for you being here. Existence is responsible for every breath, every heartbeat. Existence will take you through, and is taking you through, provided you recognize it. So, how can we help in moving things forward? Well, in our meditation, now what we're going to do is, we've been doing our meditations for the last few months, but now what we're going to do is we're going to generate some level of a feeling. And with the last bell in the meditation, which I will direct, use this bell, use the vibration of this bell to just send out healing to all that there is. And what do I mean by sending healing? Just the thought: may you be well, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be safe. May all existence be balanced. May all existence be in harmony. May all existence be consensual, meaning we can live with each other without division and without hatred and without fear. May we have a life where we are not dominated by fear, but we are dominated by compassion and care. So this is what we can share, because each one of us has the capacity to make a significant change, not just to yourself, but to all the environment around you, and much further, much, much further. The mystical tradition tells that to say the mantra once affects the universal energy 4 times. To say the holy mantra once, just the sacred sound once, affects the universe in 4 times. These are what some of the mystics say. But hey, I don't know, so I can't tell you that. But I can share that with you. I was going to share a story with you, but I think I'll leave that for our next meeting, which will probably be next Thursday, not next Sunday. So between now and then, we'll be safe, happy, healthy, and well. So let's begin with our meditation today. And with our meditation today, our intention is to be present And when we begin to experience that peace, we wish that peace to emanate and flow throughout the existence. That's it. Just allow that peace to be carried on the end of that bell when the time is right. So, eyes are closed, mouth is closed. You can meditate with your eyes open, but you can look onto the floor and not focus on anything. It becomes a little bit more difficult, but it's a good practice to get into over time. So eyes are closed. Closing our eyes allows us to go within. That's why eyes closed works. Make sure that as you breathe in, you bring your focus to yourself. Now, body, from the top of your head all the way down to your feet, just to expose any sensations in your body. Notice what you're thinking or have been thinking. What's been your story today? Now bring your focus to the seat that you're on. And first recognize that you are held in place. And this is an important step in our meditation because it allows us to ground ourselves in the location. So, allow yourself first to be present to the sensations where your body makes contact with whatever you're sitting on. And on your next breath in, bring this focus upwards towards your hips. And then allow this awareness to move down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, move down to your ankles, feet, and then the soles of your feet. Come back to wherever you're sitting. Because you're held in place, you can afford to relax your body. Loosen it a bit. Back is still straight and upright, but the flesh has softened a bit. Move your awareness now on your next breath into your lower back. Up to your middle back. Up to your shoulder blades. From your shoulders, move your focus down to your elbows. From your elbows, move your focus to your wrists. And then coming to your palms. And then moving to your fingers. From your fingers, move your focus to your face and allow it to relax. Allow it to soften. Move your focus to your eyes. Notice the darkness that is in front of your eyes. Or become aware of the fact that you can see darkness. See if you can identify yourself with the awareness. That which is aware of the darkness around it. Allow your eyes to soften. Allow your jaw to soften. Notice if your tongue is firm or soft. If it's firm, allow it to soften. Notice the sensations on your tongue, sensations in your mouth. On your next breath in, bring your focus to your chest. How do you feel in this moment of now? Is this moment enough? Or is there something missing in this moment? What's missing? If there is something missing, how do you feel right now? Settled, unsettled, anxious, peaceful, worried, calm, pleasant, unpleasant. Stay with your feeling. Identify your feeling as best as you can. Stay with your feeling. Stay with your feeling. On your next breath out, simply become aware of the sounds around you. Notice that there are sounds which may be near you and there are sounds which are far away. Which is the furthest sound you can hear? Which is the furthest sound you can hear? Follow the sound of this bell. See how far you can go with the bell. Once again, just follow the bell as far as you can. Notice how you feel. Notice your experience. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose. Begin to watch your breath. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Just stay with your breath. Watching the in breath moving in, watching the out breath moving out. Stay with your breath. Now see that your breath has four parts to it. You have an in breath that comes in, there's a tiny little gap, a pause, and then there's an out breath that goes out. And then there's a tiny little gap or pause. Allowing the breath to breathe by itself. See if you can notice these four parts of your breath. Stay with your breath. Notice how the breath breathes by itself. One breath leading to the next breath. Each breath from this moment to the next. Self. Now bring your focus to your out breath. Follow your out breath all the way till the end. And notice the pause. Follow your breath all the way out. And notice the pause. Notice your breath all the way out. Breath. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Bring your focus now to the sound of your breath. Listening to the sound of your breath as it comes in, as it goes out. On your next breath out, bring your focus to your chest. Notice how it feels there. Stay with your feeling. Notice the silence Notice the sense of being within yourself. And as sounds and distractions come, notice them, come back to yourself. Your focus now is on your chest. When you're ready, place the palm of your hand across your chest. Notice the sensation where the palm of your hand touches your chest. Hold your focus at your chest. Hold your hand. Notice the sensations where the palm of your hand touches your chest. This meditation works on three things: words, images, and feelings. So bring to your mind an image of someone that you care for, someone that you love. Bring to your mind an image of someone that you care for, someone that you love. And notice. Notice what happens when you bring this individual to your mind. Notice the kind of feeling that it generates in you. Does it feel warm? The feeling of care, the feeling of love, the feeling of appreciation. Notice that feeling. Notice that feeling. And all this individual wants in life is to be happy, to be healthy, to be peaceful, and to be safe. All this individual wants in life is to be happy, to be healthy, to be peaceful, and to be safe. And this individual, like everyone else, is experiencing the same anxieties and fears that we all are subject to, is experiencing the ups and downs of life, birth, sickness, aging, and eventually death and rebirth. And all they wish for is to be happy, to be healthy, to be peaceful and safe. So as you become present, I would like you to repeat these words to yourself. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be safe. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be safe. Repeating these words softly and slowly to yourself, wishing this individual that you love sincerity in what you say. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be safe. And just hold that feeling. Next, I'd like you to bring to your mind all those that are currently experiencing the same that we all are: uncertainty, insecurity, changes to the normality of what we thought was life. And we all just seek the same things: to be happy, to be healthy, to be peaceful, and to be safe. So imagine a whole group of people in your mind's eye that represent all those that you know and all those that you don't know. countries, planets, individuals, in every form of life. So, once again, simply uttering those four words: may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be safe. Allowing this warmth to extend to each and every one of us. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be safe. Allowing each of those words to be pregnant with sincerity and warmth. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be safe. And just sit with that feeling. And the warmth that you feel in your chest, the warmth that you feel within yourself, allow that warmth to travel with the sound of this bell and spread all around you. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Um, know that we are all safe. Know that we are all looked after. Know that collective existence is allowing us to experience life in all its beautiful colors. So, from my heart, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be safe. We hope you can join us again. Apologies for any disturbances in the sound, but life takes place all around us. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.